Hi, Lisa Dodson here from Servemaster. I want to give you a really quick tutorial on how to get your best results for a great serve technique with Servemaster, whether you're the player or the teacher. This is really going to be helpful. You can do some things that are going to hurt your serve with this, and so it's kind of important that you follow the order. So hang in there for about 3 minutes, listen to it, and I promise you this will help you. All right, number one, you need to find the right grip, okay? I've got a lefty and a righty grip marker. So we're gonna put our hand on there. It is more or less a continental grip. It's a little modified. True continental is way over. Don't worry about that. Just put your hand on the V marker on the grip. Number two, we're gonna start you in the middle of the serve. We're gonna start with your hand behind your head and your toss arm straight up, okay? This is an important position because when you're serving, if you're not somewhat in this range, when you release the ball and your hand goes up with both sides of your body, your timing is not going to be very good, okay? So we want closed hand behind the head. Can you see that? My fingernails are back towards my head. I'm not like this. My elbow's not up. I'm about a foot from my shoulder, all right? And my tricep is parallel to the ground. My elbow's back to the fence. It's not up, it's not down, okay? This is about where we're gonna be. And you can see from all these different angles that I'm giving you about where we want to be. Toss arm across the body because we want the ball toss to go out in front to the right, okay? That's step number two. Just set up like that. Step number three is going to be swinging up to a phony contact point, your ideal contact point. And with this, you're going to notice I'm swinging, it looks like slightly to the right. It's not really, it is a little bit. That's where the ball is going to be. And at the same time that I'm swinging up, I'm going to bend my elbow on my left arm, and I'm going to pull. And you notice that it comes right over here into my left hand. And you notice I'm not swinging hard, okay? The other thing is, watch my right leg, sorry. It works with my left arm. Okay? That's really important. That's the middle. That's what you're trying to get to with your start. It's in the middle, and then you get your finish. Okay? So that's very important. If you're teaching kids, it's a really good idea to take a tennis tube or the end of a tennis racket, hold it up so that they have to, out of reach, so that they have to swing way up to it, so you get the feeling of what hitting up is. So that's great for adults too, tennis tube you'd need. Step number three is going to be your take back, okay? And this is important. So we're just gonna practice. And you notice I'm not just standing here going like this with my body, because that's like a fish on the line here. I'm making a small rotation back with my hips, and I'm also just going parallel to the ground, and I'm trying to keep my hands, both of them, and around the same position. Notice they're both kind of closed here this way, because that's how I'm going to hold on to the ball, and that's approximately where I want my hand in the back, okay? And you notice I'm doing this with my legs and my feet. Notice all this? Okay? So then step four is going to be letting it sort of plunk down your back. We're going to go to this step three. I'm actually going to hold it in the middle, not on the ball end here and not here. Hold it in the middle of the court gently with your non-dominant hand. And now we're going to just go like this. And we're going to get to that second position, right? Here we go. Now this is really important, because if your hands aren't sort of doing the same things and arms aren't doing the same sort of things at the same time, you're really going to get messed up. So where people make a big mistake is they only use the right arm in this, and they concentrate on this, and this hand only goes this high. So for the rest of your life as a player, you're going to have a hard time raising your arm, okay? And as a teacher, you're beating your head against the wall trying to get people to raise their arm if they don't practice doing it the right way, okay? So we're going to do this, okay? This is our start. And then we have the glue that puts it together. That's driving the right hip. This is step number 5. We're going to drive the right hip. and that keeps it moving. Okay, so that's was your step 2, right? This part, and I drive my hip and catch, and now I'm just going to do it all together. It looks pretty easy. Now, really one of the worst things you can do is starting students out with a figure 8, because that only trains the right side, and I see this happen all the time. It creates bad timing. It creates lack of good, consistent ball toss. So what ends up happening is they're just going like this, right, and swinging it around because it feels cool, and I see stuff like this. I don't know how they do it. So we don't want to do a figure 8 until you've got all the other stuff down. I call them single serves, because on step number 5, you're learning to decelerate. Look, my racket doesn't swing all the way back here, right? So I'm just going to stop and learn to decelerate so I can get ready again, okay? So the figure 8, when you're ready for a figure 8, is after you are able to do all these other things. And watch, when I do a figure 8, my toss arm is high. It's doing its job, okay? And now I'm just going to be using this maybe for stretching and strengthening, right? But we want to use the Servemaster to work on your tempo, which is going to be, you notice here, a slow and a go, and a slow and a go. And this doesn't do anybody any good, right? It's just kind of fun. And once you've learned the whole pattern, then you can go to your figure 8, all right? Hopefully that's helpful. I think you really need to follow it step by step, otherwise, as good as this is, you can train yourself the wrong way with it as well. All right, have a great day.